So I am dedicating this speech, this talk, to my Aunt Phillis. She is a wonderful lady, and she's in a nursing home right now. And in her own words, she would say her mind is falling out of her head as she battles with Alzheimer's. But at the same time, she is so happy, and she's smiling, and she's laughing, and she's still such a great inspiration to me. As a kid, we used to go up to her house. We'd drive from Mississauga, and we'd hang out with there, and it was, as kids, my brother and sister and I, we loved it because she had a candy bowl. And these candies were the things that we run past her, grab these little hard candies with the soft centers, you know the ones, like the little cherry-filled ones. And so we'd be like, Mom, can we go to Aunt Phyllis's house? Dad, can we go to Aunt Phyllis's house? Because we want to see these candies, right? So that would be the thing when we were really, really young. Then as we got a little bit older, we realized that she's actually a really, really nice lady. And actually, she had a heart for me. Of all people, you'd think that you'd say your first words to your mom or to your dad. My very first words were with my Aunt Phyllis. So I had this place in her heart. Like, I was hers, she was mine. And, my brother and sister were important too, but, I was the one, right? Anyway, so as I got older, I would spend more time with her. We'd go, and I'd drive up there, grab my candy, have a conversation with her, and she was just a really cool lady. We spent lots of time together. As I got older, I had an opportunity to actually live with her. Went on to do my master's degree and got to stay at her house. And that's when I discovered what my legacy would be as I spent time with this wise lady. See, legacy is not something that you acquire. You think of legacy, it's not like on a company and you bring them to great heights, or you win a championship and then that's your dynasty and that's your legacy. I think of legacy as something more like you inherit it. You carry it into the job. So let's stay with the company example. I have resilience, or I'm a hard worker. I have integrity. And I bring those integrity or that hard work or that resilience to my job. The job does well, the company succeeds, and you'd hope that the next person in that seat carries that integrity, that hard work, and that resilience with you, right? And that is the legacy. It's something that's in you that comes out, you hand it off to someone else, and that's kind of how legacy works in my mind. My Aunt Phyllis's legacy is gratitude. And it has this funny, peculiar package that annoyed me when I was a kid. Because I'd be a 20-year-old, and I'd walk into the house, and she was so fast on the draw with her line. So I come in, and I'm like, Aunt Phyllis, I got a parking ticket today. It's $15. Gonna have to go down to John Street, and blah, blah, blah. And she would say, you should be happy you didn't get a speeding ticket. And she'd go back to stirring her rice and peas on the stove. And then I'd say, okay, Aunt Phyllis, another time I walk in the house, I'd be like, Aunt Phyllis, I sprained my ankle, I was playing basketball, and I can't play for the rest of the year. And she'd say, you should be happy you didn't break your arm. And she'd go back to her stew peas on the stove, and I'd leave me there mad because I wanted to have someone to stew with, and instead she'd have this attitude of gratitude. And she was so fast on the draw, living with her for years. I'd almost try to stump her, So one time I'd come in, and she would have, she referred someone for this car situation. So I'm like, hey, Phyllis, my car is leaking, and it's stranded at the side of the road. I'm so mad this person set me up. And she'd say, you know what? You should be happy you didn't have a car accident on the way here. And I'm like, man, it's so true. And I carried these lessons with me. And when I had some real problems in my life, I was able to go back to this whole point of having an attitude of gratitude, being happy for what I had. And it went on to my kids as well. So now we'd be in the car, and I'd be like, okay, guys, let's play the Aunt Phyllis game. Right? And we'd say, I'd say, okay, and my son would be like, all right. Okay, Dad, my homework, no, you got to start with Aunt Phyllis. And he's like, okay, all right. Okay, Aunt Phyllis, my homework is lost, and my dog ate my homework, and I'm going to fail my exam, and I'm going to lose the whole semester. I'd be like, well, you should be happy you know how to read. Boom! So that legacy is something that's in me that I carry on, hand on to my kids, and we live this out. So I challenge you today to think about what your legacy is. What did you inherit from your family? Hard work, integrity, gratitude, passion, whatever it is. Hand that off. Apply it and hand it off. That's what I've done with myself and with my kids, and I thank you for your time.